for today. So yeah, we had some pretty good trades yesterday coming out of Forex, and I think probably some more coming out today as well. So the first one that's been pretty profitable so far is EURUSD. So we got a pretty decent structure for a long. Hit the upside levels that we need to be worried about. As you can see, my inside bar is right here at 109958, and that's pretty much where profit taking happened, and at the moment we're moving back down. So what I'm doing is I need to find structure to the downside for an opportunity to be long. Now the thing that is really interesting me about EURUSD at the moment is the fact that we have had a strong move up into resistance, move down, and this was a fairly decent Fibonacci retracement. Okay, straight down into 50, just off of 61. I expect if I just do it, the last move there, it will be 61.8. There's my last move there. So let's do that. Get rid of the noise, and let's just get down to the hour, because that's the one that we want to pay attention to right now. Okay, so you can see we had quite a bit of structure here, and I'll show you on the 15-minute where the entries were, but we had decent trade to the upside, nice profit take up here. Now what I'm looking for is an opportunity to be long again, and this is my first area that I'm watching, which is 109539, and then the second area that we'd be interested in would be an even deeper pullback onto 109289. Okay, so that's kind of the areas we are watching. If we just come down to 15, and now I use 15 for my entries. It does it actually does make my life a little bit easier. Anyway, you can see these two levels. You can see here was a break, 1 bar retest. Okay, so break above there was an entry, stop below this 1 bar. Okay, that's a little bit of a in my view sort of like a 50-50 move. Okay, but this one here, this decent break here, and then decent support off there, that's a much better structure, where the other entry was here, so it's long off there, stop down here for the top of the range. Okay, so that's my view here on EURUSD. So really watching this area first, where we've bounced already. So that's 109539. If we do get through this, then I'd be looking at the next bit of structure here at 109289. Okay, this is a little bit of a, I mean, you can see we've got higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Now we're getting lower, sort of lower highs and lower lows. Could flip from a trend change, but I'm of the opinion that this is, offer opportunities to buy. If you look at the hour, that's the one that I need to pay attention to, with higher highs and lower highs. Here are my previous lows. Okay, so this is currently a higher low again. Okay, and this was a higher low view from here. So I think that's pretty much what's going to transpire here. You have a little bit of consolidation here as well. Not pretty, but consolidation. There was a flag going up. We've come down. We hit the flag target. So this is the area we are paying attention to. Okay, so yeah, we'll wait and see what happens at the European Open, but this area here of 109539 is what I'm looking for. If that fails, then I'll be looking at 109289. That's kind of the area that I'm watching. I'm looking for price action now, as indicating buyers are coming in. Okay, the next one that we're looking at is Euro Japanese yen. So pretty interesting setup here. We have potential for a double top, but let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, we do have potential for a double top. We also have potential for a bigger head and shoulders forming here. So here's a shoulder, here's a head, here's a shoulder. Yesterday, highlighted sort of this picture here, shoulder, head, shoulder, which has come back and we've got a fairly decent entry here in this zone. I think let's just leave that one in. We can just review it quickly, and then that is the next opportunity right where we are at the moment. And just going to put that swing low in there as well. Okay, let's get this to the middle of the screen so we can talk through it. And then let's get down. Well, that's on the 4 hour, 8 hours, exactly the same, a little bit cleaner, but the same. You can see where my fractals are on the 8 hour, exactly the same. If we drill down to the hour now, because this is the area we want to pay attention to, we've had a rejection off this level already. We've had an inside bar. Okay, quite a bit going on here that is indicating we have a potential move to the upside. We also have a bit of a consolidation here, which is our wedge. There it is there, off a move. So strong move up, wedge off a level. Just want to leave those levels in. Okay, as you can see yesterday we formed sort of this double bottom here. And then we created a higher low right over there. Okay, fairly close to the level. And this is where you start asking questions of whether it is going up. It's formed a higher low, so good opportunity to get long, either on the break of this red bar or on the break of this green bar here. So this bar here would have been the entry, stop below here, and you can see we accelerated away. So for Euro Japanese yen, I am looking for a long. Trend is up at the moment, and we have a potential trend change on the 8 hour. Okay, so see the moving average crossover here. So we have a potential trend change. We've got low, higher low, higher low. We've got high, higher high, and we've just sort of a lower high that's been printed, but I'm still of the opinion we're moving up. So that's the direction I'm looking to trade in. Okay, so these are the two areas that I'm looking at. Okay, pullback back onto 117.552 will get me interested, but obviously I want to see a pullback. I want to see a high on a single bar, and then an opportunity to get long. Okay, so for now, sort of sit and wait, but that's definitely something I want to pay attention to today. The other one that popped up yesterday, which is the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. And if we just come to 8 hour here, similar scenario, you can see we are testing this level here. Okay, now normally you'd think, okay, we've broken through the level, we've come to test it, this is looking like a short. That is a possibility. Okay, I just don't like what I'm seeing on the oscillator here. Not so much stochastics, but stochastic MACD. And then if you look to the bottom here, I have a series of higher lows. Okay, you can see higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So I think, you know, what's basically transpiring here, if we just look to the left there, we've got quite a bit of congestion at this area we're at. And it was sort of a previous level. So in other words, it is a fairly significant level we need to pay attention to. And we drop below it, and we are testing. So for me, the short on this market is going to be on the 8 hour now, is going to be a lower low. Okay, so we need to break through this area here of 106.919. And if I just switch across to the hour, you know, it is kind of messy at the moment. You can see how we are flirting with it pretty much, well, how long now? Probably most of this week we've been flirting with it. But this is the range as far as I'm concerned. And a break above here and a retest is going to get me long. Okay, so I want to see a break above 107.418. Come back, retest it, and that's going to get me long with stop below the structure. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at the moment. If I just get rid of that quickly, you'll see a start of a formation, which is a flat top triangle as well. Okay, also a bit of a head and shoulders here, inverse head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. So anyway, it doesn't matter which way you look at it. This is consolidation. So the only thing that's going to get me short on this market is right now a break below 106,337. Sorry, 106,937. That's the only thing that's going to get me below. It's get me short in this market. And if I look left, there's also support there. So it's going to be maybe a tough call. But anyway, this is brewing as far as I'm concerned for a potential breakout to the upside and another opportunity for a long. And the last one that we're watching is pound US dollar. Pound US dollar, let's see at the 8 hour first, had a pretty good rally up. We have been capped by some resistance here. It's not exact, but there's a lot of, you can see a lot of rejections here, a lot of supports, rejection support. Not clean off a fractional level like I like to see, but it is nevertheless a level we need to pay attention to. So we have bounced off it, coming back, but the important thing here is we had this downward trend here, and this downward trend has been broken. Okay, it has been broken and it has been retested, and we have also printed a higher high. So there was our high, okay, which was still a lower high, moved down, now we've printed a higher high. So still waiting for some kind of a pullback onto structure, and there's quite a bit of structure that we've broken through here. So the areas we're waiting for is 122,978 or alternatively 122,631. So I'm looking for longs somewhere in that area. If we get to the hour, you'll see a pretty clear picture. Very strong move to the upside, and yet again, another flag. Okay, got a pretty strong flag ball, and it's almost straight up consolidation. I'm looking for that next bit of structure for the opportunity to get in. Okay, so let's just do that. So again, what we're waiting for is a level to be tested, and all I'm going to be doing is just watching to the left here, seeing what happens in this area. And you can see all these fractals here. There were sellers here. I want to see if that has switched into buying opportunities. As soon as we get confirmation of that, we are long, and I am long for the flag height. And I'm going to assume that the flag is going to come down to this area here of 122,631. And my measured move for that is going to be to the area of 124,371. And if we just go to the left, you'll see we start lining up with a hell of a lot of resistance here. In actual fact, I would just fine tune that target, bring it down to there, which is 124. 124 dead is probably what I'd be chasing. Okay, and the beauty about this setup, depending where it comes off, is your risk. If we come to here, you need to carry a bit of a wider risk, but if it comes down to here, you can carry a bit of a shorter risk, like 100, 200 pips on this pair. And that's going to be for 8,400 pip reward. Okay, so those are the four that I'm watching this morning. I don't think there's anything else. I suppose pound yen, similar kind of structure, also bouncing off here. Actually, let's just run through this one as well, because it's actually worth watching as well. So we printed lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Then we printed a higher low, and then we printed a higher high. Okay, so on the 8 hour, that is a potential trend change, trend reversal that is happening. So you can see the level that we're at right now. It doesn't look like we're doing much with it. So I would just run a little bit further down, because that's a bit more of a solid level, which is 131,893. So pound yen is another one which is worth watching, actually. And you can see yet another flag forming here on the hour. This level is gone. I'm just going to put it down to there, because that's a nice logical area. So what we need to be watching is 132,184 and 131,893. Any kind of bullish price action in those areas will also get me long. And again, exact same scenario as the pound US dollar. And it is a long. Okay, but I'd obviously only take one of them because I don't want to run £2 trades. I'd run £1 trade and probably the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and then if one of the euro trades works out, I'll run a euro trade as well. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's my view on Forex this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.